everybody that came and hung out with us during the podcast yesterday evening. Will and I had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys and talking about some tips to hopefully make you guys better Magic players. I do think, if you didn't go watch that, I do think we touched on some really important things. Arguably, we could have gone more in depth with some of them, and I think we plan to in the near future. But I just wanted to mention that is out there. We are starting the podcast back in full force every single week, and it's great to be back on that train. I think the podcast was really what started all of this. For anybody that didn't know, that was the first thing that we sat down to do together, and it was a lot of fun. It was really a great time, and we pushed that for quite a while. And then when COVID hit and everything like that, we kind of pushed it to the wayside because we just had, other things going on. We were jumping into gameplay, trying different things. And it was going really, really well, but we wanted to bring that back, and we wanted to make that a huge cornerstone of what It Resolves is doing. And we're doing that now. We're back in the swing of things, and it's great to be back. It's great to be presenting the podcast with Will, as always. And so we're really having a lot of fun. Quick reminder, this evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Time is the last, technically it's the kickoff of the last week of the JDC for Season 3. Really excited. It's Dealer's Choice Week, so you guys got to suggest, and you did, quite a lot of options. The options were limitless. You could have just given us any card that you wanted us to try out. We did have to narrow that down to 8, which was very difficult to do, but we managed to do it. And I think we've got a really fun list. I am first up for drafting this evening. I've already got my picks squared away, I believe, but I'm really excited about it. So please do come check that out. And as a final reminder, I just want to let you all know that we do have a few packs left. We did open Modern Masters last night on the podcast, but we do have Core Set 2020. We've got Oath of the Gatewatch. We've got Planar Chaos. And we've got Dark Ascension. So these are available for anyone who subscribes. We will open them up if you subscribe during the stream in your name and hang out and hopefully see some awesome pulls. But today, let's jump into this deck. This is an Abzan Reanimator list. Very interesting list, very particular list. And so we're going to try this out and just see what we think. This is a base list, so I think we will find things that we'd like to change as we go through this, and that's totally fine. I think that's part of what we're doing here. That's kind of the fun of trying out new lists like this. But this is Reanimator, so obviously we do have a little bit of self-mill. We've got Mire Triton as a 2 of here, and then Skull Prophet as a 4 of. Skull Prophet's really, really good in this list, not only for the mill, but also the ramp side of things. Really does help us kind of get to the 4 and 5 slot pretty quickly, which is important. Roiling Regrowth as a way to kind of ramp us a little bit, and also getting things into the graveyard, whether that be a land or just any other permanent, is really not a big deal for us because Eerie Ultimatum is sitting at the top of the curve as our big finishing spell. So this is the one that we are trying to get a lot of permanents in the yard, get Eerie Ultimatum down, and then ideally maybe even copy it with things like Lithoform Engine, stuff like that. But ideally just get a lot of value off of it. So you'll notice we've got, a 3 of, a 2 of, some kind of odd numbers here. A lot of that is because we need things with different names. But all that to say, Eerie Ultimatum, very sweet card. So we also have the Awakening here as an option to pull back some early game stuff. Harbinger is just a really sweet card. It also helps us draw some stuff, ideally. And there's a lot of black removal just out there right now that we can avoid with this, which is really, really good. Mangara the Diplomat is a card that I have not played with a lot, but I'm interested to see how this goes. A lifelinking 2/4 for 4. Whenever an opponent attacks with creatures, if 2 or more of those creatures are attacking you and or planeswalkers you control, you get to draw a card. And then whenever an opponent casts their second spell each turn, you get to draw a card. So this really decentivizes, doesn't make it impossible, but it does decentivize the opponent from doing a lot every single turn, which is really nice. Solemn is here, essentially just to give us some ramp as well as some card draw, which is great. Elder Gargaroth, huge bomb, absolutely fantastic. The reach actually comes in handy a lot. Baneslayer Angel, obviously a really powerful card as well. It can really get us back in the game with that lifelink. And just the fact that it's just a big swingy 5/5 is great. We do have Garruk here as a way to kind of deal with some creatures as well as spit out some creatures if need be. And then ideally, if we can get to Emblem, that'd be great. And then if our big red panic button essentially is Ondu Inversion here as a way to destroy all 9 land permanents. We do technically only have 21 dedicated lands, but with this and this, we actually have a little bit more than that. So we're looking closer at 24. And then, of course, Skull Prophet, Solemn, and Regrowth here to help us get those lands out. So that's what we're looking at. It's a fun list. I have played just a couple games with it. Been having a little bit of network hiccups as we go through today, and so hopefully we'll avoid that as we test this deck out. But I just want to say, if we do have any hiccups and we do have to shut down the stream, I do apologize. But thank you guys for hanging out. I know we've got a few people in here as we kick things off. Welcome everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Please let me know how your week is starting off. And the question becomes, do we want to keep this? I actually think no. This just doesn't do really anything. I think here we do have to keep this, and this is technically a worse hand. But I think we just have to. Risky on that first mulligan, but we just weren't doing anything until 4, which is really a huge setback in this deck. We really want to get like a Skull Prophet or a Mire Triton early. Max, good to see you, buddy. I've been playing Commander with Scarab God recently. Nice. Reanimator decks are very, very fun. This one in particular I've really enjoyed, but we're off to a really bad start here, unfortunately, with no lands. How's the Scarab God deck going, though? You said I assume you've been enjoying it, but overall, have you been kicking some butt with it? Yeah, we're gonna die here pretty quickly. We'll give it one more turn. If we don't draw it, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and drop out. That was the quickest turn, or game 1, excuse me, that I think we've seen. Let's go ahead and jump into a second. That was just a bad land start, unfortunately. Happens. Happens. Hi dude, first time watching your stream live on Twitch. Happy to see you use the Diplomat. I wanted to see that card in action for a while. Martiz, I appreciate it. I appreciate you stopping by, hanging out with us. We will be trying it out today, so hopefully we get some good results. I'm interested to see how it works too. I'm with you. I've not played much with it, but I do think it's a really interesting card, and definitely one that decentivizes a huge amount of progress on the opponent's side. So I'm just interested to see how it goes. So thank you for sticking with us. Really appreciate it. Max, great stealing other people's plays. It's always great to steal other people's plays. Feels terrible for the other people, but that's okay. Let's go ahead. Let's do this. Get our black source so that way we can get a turn 2 profit, which does feel pretty good because this does really make sure that we can get, hopefully, a turn 3 Solemn and then ramp into maybe a Garruk here. A little worried about a fight effect here, potentially. Martez, you said this is the first time in the stream. Have you been watching on YouTube or anything like that, or is this just the first time that you've come across our stream? Either way, we're certainly happy to have you, so thank you so much. We've got a really great community here. It's small, obviously, but we've really got a great community. Part of me wants to take the block, but I'm not. I'm a little worried about a fight effect here. Okay, well, they didn't have it. Let's actually do this. This just sets us up better for a Harbinger, potentially. And I am going to get a white source here because we will need that. I have an Issa deck you should try in suggestions. Corkspine, we will absolutely do that. Oh, I said white and we got green. Been following you on Instagram for a while and watched some of your recorder matches on YouTube. Nice, dude. Certainly appreciate it. Really, really happy to hear that. I hope you enjoy them. I hope you're enjoying the live stream. It's great to be doing live content versus some of the pre-recorded stuff. As much as I love doing pre-recorded stuff, this is just way more interactive and fun. All right, Lithoform engine, huh? Here we're just throwing this out here. This is going to be a 1-for-1. We know that, but I think it's worth it. Sure. And Garruk's Harbinger is quite good. We know that they will trade this off, and that's fine. We don't care because, again, eventually the idea is to get Eerie Ultimatum hitting, so we kind of want stuff in our graveyard, to be honest. Sure. Good they didn't have a questing beast, at least. Alright. Let's play Harbinger. We'll see what they want to do here. And we'll play Skull Prophet. I know I'm playing pre-combat main phase, and I probably should not. But I'm not tremendously worried about it. We're not going to be attacking here. I think we'll just be milling, if anything. And so I'm not terribly worried about that. All right. And again, we can happily trade some stuff off here. Wow. Okay. That's pretty good. Yeah. You got it. I think I will do this, and I will also mill 2 here. Glad we did, actually. Yeah, we're having bad luck with the lands. We definitely should have already gotten a white, which was 100% my fault. But we'll see what happens. I'm assuming we're just going to lose this one, though. We do have a big red button, but we're not anywhere close to playing it, so... This is not a card I've seen very often, Thorn Mammoth, surprisingly. It's very good. We'll mill 2. Sure. Looks like we got a few more people in chat. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. Really do appreciate it. I hope your week is starting off super, super well. And as a quick reminder, we do have a few packs here to open for subscribers. So if you do decide to subscribe, we'd certainly appreciate it. And we will also open up a pack in your name after whatever game we're playing. But definitely going to lose here, I think. There's not really a big hope. We will wait. We will see. I think that's fair to do, but chances are... Yeah. All right. We're going to go ahead and concede here. That would give us our white, worth noting, but it comes into play tapped. All right. Not doing great off the cuff, but that's okay. We're here to have fun and learn. I really like this deck. I do want it to be good. I'm questioning the Lithoform engine. That's something that I do want to... We've talked about, we've kind of opened the door for like putting things or swapping out the deck list as we go through. I kind of want to take these out and throw 2 more Mire Tritons in to not have quite so much of a top heavy list, and to give us a little bit more like, hey, it's going to be harder for them to attack in. So let's try that. Yeah, because I want them all to be the same. That's how my mind works. So like that seems a little bit easier. It means we're going to have a better time, theoretically, off the early turns because we've got, 8 options versus 6. So we'll see. We will see. I love hanging out on stream with you guys. It's a really fun time. Max, what are you up to, buddy? What you doing this week? Anything fun? Yeah, we'll keep. This is a nice Skull Prophet into either Diplomat or Solemn, hopefully. Yeah. Let's get Skull Prophet down. The Harbinger might be really, really good here. We'll see. You went against a 240 card deck in Historic today. What in the world? Survivor, why? Who is playing that? Transitioning to the new job tomorrow morning. Dude, I wish you the best of luck, Max. That is awesome. For anybody that doesn't know, Max just got a new job. We are all celebrating the fact that he's awesome and kicking butt. And Survivor, I have to know, what in the world was that deck? I have to know. Also, just a heads up too, I feel like I keep saying, oh, I just accidentally cleared chat. Sorry, guys. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. I did things. I did things and I don't know how I did things. All right, well, we'll get back to that. All right, this. We'll get black. That's fine. And I'm gonna go for Solemn here. I kind of want to ramp into this Eerie Ultimatum, and we're not under a ton of pressure at the moment. We'll get a green. I think that's fine. All right, what did I do here? I messed up. Let's go to Stream Manager. Wrong. Oh no. Guys, I did things and I don't remember what I did. Sad day. All right, let's close that. All right, here we go. If I'm missing your chat, I apologize. It's because I'm silly and did dumb things. Okay, let's attack him first. So we can play this. I don't think that's right. I think we play this. It's gonna eat a removal spell for sure, but that's fine. All right, let's see. Well, all right. Let's see. 1 in 3 or 4 turns. So he managed to mulligan until he had 3 cards. Oh, good. What in the world? That's hilarious. And really silly. Okay. %, we die here, is my thought. I have to find my chat. I have lost you. Somebody tell me how to re-enable chat and Streamlabs, because I definitely lost it. It's totally fine. I know we're still live. I see it, but let's see. Sure. We're gonna die here. It's fine. Is there a world in which we can win? Probably not, right? Now definitely not. All right, we're gonna concede. All right, we're also gonna bring it here really quick. It was a green and blue deck. Nice. So here's my thing. Sorry guys, don't mean to put everything on pause. I just did something dumb. That's totally on me. That's not on you guys. All right, well, we're just gonna have to soldier on. He could have had everything. Yeah, Survivor, he probably did have everything, if I'm guessing. Also, just hit Plat 3 in Arena. Dude, congratulations, Max. That is awesome. That is a huge, huge accomplishment. Plat is, like, that's a really big threshold. At least I have found it to be a big threshold. I've been relatively consistent in getting there. But obviously that's about as far as I've gotten, as a lot of you guys know. And that's okay. I mean, it's just fun to try things, but it took me a long time to get there. So congratulations. That's really cool. Sure, we'll keep this. And this is what I mean, where we've got a little bit of extra, you know, kind of stuff to do here. I will lead off with the Fabled Passage here. Going through Plat 4 right now. Congratulations, Survivor. You guys are kicking butt. I like it. Surprisingly, not all that unhappy to see Ruin Crab here. Just because, again, we're a Reanimator deck, so, like, it's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. What do we need? We need black. I do think we'll lean on the Skull Prophet, not the Mire Triton here. Just because we do want ramp as much as possible. So, you know, if we draw like a Solemn here or something, I'd much rather play the Solemn and spend that mana to get an extra land than just play a Mire Triton. So it just gives us more options. Well, and there we go. Now it's gone. All right, fair enough. Okay, well, and there is the... let's do this, and we'll just play out the Mire Triton here. This does mill us, which I'm not actually keen on doing at the moment, but it is what it is. And we'll just go ahead and do this. What do we need? I think just black would be best. We've got second white in hand. We can either get second green or second white there, and so really it's just a matter of getting black mana. Alright. Taking one. Mire Triton's also just handy for keeping us alive a bit longer, which I really like. Let's do this. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then we can... Ah, okay. Well, got us. We'll attack in here. No reason not to. Alright, I'm looking something up. Alright. Let's see. I think we just Baneslayer and hope that it sticks. They could very easily just have another counter. Yep. It was worth it to try, I think, but that was fairly expected. Alright. Welcome everybody. It looks like we've got a few more people hanging out with us, so thank you guys very, very much. I hope you're having a great time. I hope you're having a great day. We certainly appreciate you coming and hanging out with us a little bit here. And I wish. So we can do this, sacrifice this, and then potentially get the lands, assuming this works. There is still a very real possibility of them just having a counter. All right, green, or black and white. Good thing we sacrificed that. All right, attack in. So we really need Eerie Ultimatum to hit next turn, is essentially what it amounts to. All right. If we don't die, we can potentially do something, but probably not. Alright, that's fine. Okay. Well, how much you want to bet we just die to a counter? Could also just do this. Oh, no, we can't. My bad. Dude, let's try it. Screw it. 100% they counter, but... Yep, there it is. Alright. Definitely just died. So, that's fine. Whoops. Did I just click out? There we go. It's not letting me concede. Okay. I was about to say, it's literally not letting me. Oh, goodness. Alright. Let's jump into another one. Wow. I'm just like learning all kinds of new things. I apologize. All right, let's jump in. There we go. Sorry if the music and if the sounds are going in and out. That's not the game's fault. That's on me for working through some of these issues here. All right. Let's put you back, I think. Let's do this, I think. We'll enter that tapped. That's fine. Sure. This looks like it's going to be a very all-in deck on the speaker, which is a good card. Let's do this. It's a better option. By playing the forest there, we open up the possibility of making sure we get Harbinger next turn if we draw a untapped green source. So I'd rather have that as an available option than just playing a plains. So, sure. Hey, if they want to use a huge Murderous Rider, not a huge, but a Murderous Rider on that, that's fine. Okay. We get to Mire Triton again. Thankfully, we're not taking a ton of damage, which is the most important thing here. We just need to stay alive until we can drop Eerie. Better late than never. What are you playing and how's your day? Don, appreciate you being here, buddy. We're playing Abzan Reanimator. We're off to a pretty bad start, if I'm honest. We're not doing great, but we're hanging in there. We're doing all right. How are you doing today? I hope very, very well. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get a second green here. Take action. That just gives us Harbinger next turn, and we're not attacking. We're waiting. We are not the aggressive deck yet. So, perfectly fine with holding off a bit. Sure. Worth noting, now they can start spitting out some of these, which is good. And they do have to make that happen as a sorcery, so... Alright, so we can drop this, which is just fine. Dentist, don't ask. Oh no. Oh, I feel terrible for you. The dentist is like one of my least favorite places in the world. I absolutely hate it. It's a terrible time. I'm okay with trading this off here, that's fine. They're just trying to keep this thing so they can keep spitting out angels, but we do have Ondu Inversion here, so I'm kind of okay if they want to go crazy and like do a bunch of stuff. Let them spend the mana and the time to do that. Oh, this is even better. Yeah, dude, Don, Abzan is great. I absolutely love Abzan. This is perfect. So they're clearly in a bit of an overcommitting position. They've only got 2 cards left. Those could be very good cards, and that's fine. But they also could just be terrible, in which case it doesn't matter. I'm blocking here since we know we're gonna... 1, 2... Eventually we're gonna be doing that, so... We could Baneslayer. Do I want a Baneslayer? It's actually a bit of a tricky position because what would be nice is to be able to Ondu Inversion next turn. 1, 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So max would be taking. So I actually think this is okay. Let's try it. If it doesn't work, that's fine. We're learning, but I think this actually kind of works. We'll just get a black source. Doesn't matter. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we do have the mana now. I think that's okay. That might have been a wrong play. Baneslayer is perfectly good because it just blocks so much, but you are a Planeswalker you control. Okay, that's fine. Sure. This also allows us to draw an extra card before we do this, which seems pretty good. If they attack here. And now they've got this permanent on the field, which is another way that we just kill them. Or, excuse me, another permanent that we just get to kill. Oh, and we have Eerie Ultimatum. Alright, get rid of all that. Now we've got Harbinger back. That feels very good. For obvious reasons. Sure, they can bring back something, but next turn we've got Eerie Ultimatum coming down. That seems much better. Yeah, let's just do it. All right, you, Solemn, definitely. You and you. I think those are all the options, but that's fine. Sure. We'll get a plains here. Ooh, Baneslayer's there now. All right, let's attack. Oh, and Garruk. Garruk is... Lucky Charm is working. Done. I'll be honest, I don't normally believe in Lucky Charms. The cereal I do, not the actual thing though. And I gotta be honest, dude, you every time you're here we do pretty well. This is for you, buddy. Sure. And that's very good, but now they also had to take the 2, so they should have done this first. I think that was a bit of a mistake. I really just kind of want to hit another Eerie Ultimatum, but that's fine. And again, we're in positions where it's perfectly fine to trade off as much as we want. Let's attack in first. Let's see what we get. Before we make any overcommitting kind of plays, it might be good just to hit for 4 here. They can block, they gain some life, that's perfectly fine, but we also take care of this creature, so makes it a little bit easier. And now we have the option of just playing Garruk and killing the Speaker of the Heavens or Lurrus. I think it's actually Lurrus that we kill. It's kind of the bigger problem here. If we have a white source left, we don't. Okay, that's fine. Baneslayer, yeah, Baneslayer is awesome, as always. Let's throw this out there. For blocking their angels, yeah, 100% Dawn. Baneslayer is great. I also am not worried about it this turn, because they can play this, like, get their angel, but they can't quite attack with it yet. So we actually get to wait a turn. And that's fine. Let's do this. We were born for the hunt. Now we get to Baneslayer. And now we get to do this. Alright, whew. Slow there. Okay, let's do this. We need to start taking down their life total. Mire Triton, sure. Oh, Elder Gargaroth, yes please. We only have, like, do we have any lands left actually? Let's just Mire Triton. That's fine. Ah, it was an Eerie Ultimatum. That's okay. Don't think we're gonna Ondu Inversion, but I'm gonna hold it back just as a big red panic button, just in case. Sure. Then give it protection now. That's good. We did it. We finally got one done. That was because of you, I think. Usually is, at least. Awesome. Well done, guys. We got there. Let's jump into another. That was game 4. As a quick reminder, if anybody here is not already subscribed, or if you'd like to go ahead and subscribe again for next month, you certainly can. We will open up a pack in your name. Dawn, we opened up a pack for you, like, yesterday? Was it yesterday? Such a fun time. I love opening up packs. We've got a whole box of mystery boosters coming, so that way we can use those through the month of, or for future months and for future pack openings, but really, really excited. Nice saves there with destroying all permanents. Yeah, it's just a nice kind of cop-out. Oh, do we keep? You know, I'm going to try it, but this is not a safe keep by any means. If either of these were like a green or a black source, 100% would be perfect, but it's not. So a little bit worrisome, but we're going to give it our best shot here. All right, let's see. That does give us something to do, which is kind of nice. Sure. Also, how have we not talked about Omnath being banned? I just haven't mentioned it, but that's definitely a thing. That's kind of crazy. Let's get these two. Commented with rarities on YouTube for further reference. Thank you, Don. I think I saw that earlier this morning. I appreciate you doing that. Okay, what do we want to do here? So we could do this and this, or we could just do this and potentially get up to like Baneslayer. I think this is actually the better option. Just because having a death touch threat really mitigates some of these like landfall kind of things. So yeah, we'll see. Okay. Was pretty big. I didn't think they would really do it this early. I'm kind of with you. But if you look at the meta breakdown, it's kind of ridiculous. Like the amount of decks that were Omnath focused was like still sitting at something like 40% or some ridiculous number. So I'm actually kind of with the ban. I think it's probably for the best. We could just play Baneslayer. That's better. So while I also thought it was a bit early, I kind of get it, if that makes sense. Also, that attack last turn was terrible. I don't know why they did that, but anyway, it was a pretty big portion. Melt might take over, but mono green is still strong, and we kept the Cobra. Yeah, the Cobra staying in is really important, I think, actually. Let's do this. Let's decentivize a little bit. Let's test this out. I'm really glad we kept the Cobra. I don't think the Cobra is the problem. While it's a great enabler, it is not the problem. Hey, we won again. Done. Good luck, Charm. Back up to Plat 2. Very nice. Rogues, I'm a little worried about. That Rogue Mill deck is a little frustrating, I think. And so I'm expecting that to be the takeover deck. But I think we've gotten in the habit of when anything hits a certain threshold, it's just like, okay, immediately ban. Instead of giving it enough time to kind of let the meta flesh out. I say that understanding that some things have been let go too long, so keep that in mind. But I think that, you know, we need to let things settle a little bit. There are plenty of ways to answer a lot of things. We just have to let things work. Escape to the Wilds is an additional ban that wasn't too necessary, I think. I think I'm kind of with you. It, with Lotus Cobra, was pretty brutal, I will say, for some people. So I do think that there was some interactions that Escape to the Wilds had, like, above a lot of other things. But it did feel a little bit out of left field. I wasn't expecting that ban by any means. Omnath, we all kind of thought was going to happen at some point. Lamp, welcome. Did they announce new bans? They did. They did indeed. Escape to the Wilds, Omnath. And then there was one more. What was it, guys? Help me out. I totally forgot. But there were 3 that were banned. I'm expecting this to be Rogue Mill, by the way. Which, again, is a very frustrating deck. Lucky Clover, thank you. Thank you. Yes, Lucky Clover was the 3rd. Which, I'll be honest, I got really annoyed by Lucky Clover a lot, so I'm fine with that. Didn't bother me too much that that's banned. The Adventures deck was pretty rough. Okay. Well, maybe it's not what I thought it was. Let's do this. Let's attack him first. Interesting that they're considering anything at this point. I think you just take 2. Okay. I don't know for 1 black mana what they could have at instant speed. The Lucky Squirrel, Charm Squirrel. Yes. All right. Love the beautiful lands here, though. Look at these. The Godzilla lands. We just have the regular. I should have swapped those out. I like to for the unstable lands. Oh, nice. It doesn't actually help all that much, though. Was in standard for so long, it's kind of weird they just now decided it was broken. Yeah, Lamp, I'm kind of with you. That feels a little bit odd, but I still am pretty happy with the fact that they banned it, to be brutally honest. I think we just do another Mire Triton. That way they can't just mutate once and then attack. I think this just slows them down enough. Skull Prophet would definitely help us out a lot more, which maybe would be better, but we'll see. Drana, okay. Cool. Very cool. Let's get you down. Let's get you down. And again, not attacking here, just kind of sitting back a little bit, waiting for some things to happen. Fully expect we're going to get, you know, some big spells coming from them very soon. But this definitely decentivizes them doing as much, unless they can just deal with it right off the face, but looks like they can't. We want black side here. We have so many options. I'm fully expecting them to have a counter here. Declaracy game before Omnath Adventures? Yes. Teamer Adventures has been a thing for quite a while. And it was definitely a big part of that deck. You know, let's try it. This is a must counter. Okay. Didn't have it. At least a must kill or bounce here, so. They've got all the mana in the world. Ugin, okay. Well, Ugin is pretty frustrating because it exiles. All right. That was interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do this first. Let's draw a card. Golgari Adventures was also nice. Yeah, 100%. Actually don't know which one I want to kill. I think I kill this. The Drana is kind of a problem card for sure. Now we just play Baneslayer. Throw a land out. Yeah, Golgari Adventures was good though. There was a lot of adventure stuff. Worth noting here, if they just don't get a flyer, we just get to essentially kill Ugin here, which is very much going to happen if this stays on the field. It's totally fine by me. Oh, well, hello you. Yep, let's get rid of Ugin. That needs to happen first. And I think the best thing we can do... Let's do this. We're gonna take you. Let's get you and you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now we have the opportunity to actually just play Ultimatum next turn. Didn't actually have to do that when we did it, but that's fine. We'll throw this out there just as a blocker. If they decide they want to Ugin again, that's fine. They can get rid of both of these, but we just get to Eerie Ultimatum everything back. That's part of why I didn't want to just overcommit with Baneslayer here. And I'd much rather just be able to... Okay, yeah. Like, don't care at all about that. Alright, let's Eerie. You, definitely. You, definitely. You, definitely. You, and we'll take you. Alright. Let's get rid of this. Okay.
I've had enough of you.
I'm okay with attacking with both of these. They can trade this off. That's fine. Again, we know they have Ugin in the deck, so at some point we do have to be concerned with them just being able to straight up kill stuff. I'm going to keep the Mire Triton in hand. Scoot Swarm. That's pretty good. Very good, in fact, but it's not going to be enough. I don't believe. Sure. They get a lot of them. But at the end of the day, they're just one-ofs, or 1/1, excuse me, and we've got a lot of power on the field here. I mean, they're looking at lethal next turn, so they will have to block a few things. Especially considering this has trample. Oh, yes, please. Let's do this.
Stay on the trail.
And let's attack in first. We'll go with everything. That's totally fine. We'll actually put a beast out here. Gives us more blockers, just on the off chance we don't get past these Scoot Swarms. I'd like to have as much as we can to deal with it. And yeah, here they literally have to block a lot. Wow. That is a heck of a block. So they left one Scoot Swarm. I mean, we really don't even have to do anything. I think we just wait. I'm not gonna waste an Eerie Ultimatum if we don't have to. I mean, it's cool to like just throw a bunch of crap out there, but we really don't need to. Sure, that's totally fine. Just does not matter. There we go. We got it. Don, I'm telling you, every time you're in here, we do really, really well. All right. I think we'll do one last game, everybody. So if you are still hanging out with me, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. It's great to see everybody here. It's great to hang out with everybody. And it's always great to talk with you guys. We'll do one last game. And that will be the end of that. But I really like this deck. This one's very fun. I'm really glad we took out that weird new artifact and just put some Mire Tritons in. I think that's a lot better, honestly. All right. Do we keep? Absolutely not. That's terrible. This we will keep. I'm going to throw one of the Baneslayers back. This isn't the most exciting hand in the world, but it does stuff. So, I mean, that's fine. I'm expecting if we're against like a mono red, yeah, or something like this, we're probably going to lose these, so we're not going to have the ramp that we want, but we'll see. Let's pull a black here. Just to give us the lands we need. Alright. If it does stick, we get to put Harbinger down, which seems pretty good here. Or if we just draw a green source, wow, we're guaranteed for it. Okay, well, wasn't 100% expecting that. Let's attack in first, see what happens. I am attacking and not milling here because I fully expect a lot of stuff is going to die. So I'd rather than burn their stuff here. That kind of forces the issue a bit. Alright. This just being hexproof from black, they may have burn spells to get rid of this. It looks like that's definitely going to be the case, but it does mean that any just straight up removal is not nearly as useful as it could have been. Okay, we throw that out. I'm actually okay with attacking in here. Again, we're fine to trade stuff off as much as we need to. Let's play Mire Triton. Skull Prophet would be good to ramp us, so that might have been a better way to do it, but this just prevents too much from getting through. Or at least it's going to require some kind of removal. No land. Okay, let's Skull Prophet this time. Again, doing this pre-combat, not technically correct here, but it is what it is. I'm expecting one of these is going to die. I don't necessarily think they have to pull the trigger this early on something like this, but that's fine. If they want to do it, go for it. They are heavily considering it. Or they're just playing the field and they don't actually have it, which is fine either way, but... Sure. Worth a shot. That seems weird. If they were going to do that, they could have done that and saved themselves the 2 damage. So that... I don't know that that was 100% correct, but that's okay. Any untapped land gets us a Gargaroth, which just seems like it's going to match up really well against whatever they're doing. Heartless Act is a little scary because they can obviously kill it, but we also just have Mire Triton as a as a random thing here. Man, I really wish we had hit a land there. I think it's best to take this time and do this. Now the question becomes, what do we get here? I think it's this, and we get a black and a white. We kind of need to have all these, so that just gives us options for next turn. Also worth noting, that's an instant, so we could have waited until the end step on their turn, which technically would have been the right thing to do, but we didn't. It is what it is. We're not really an instant speed deck, so like it's not the biggest deal in the world, but something to consider. Okay. Here, if they ask us to discard, it's just Mire Triton. Okay. I'm going to throw this in. This just gives us some options, and it's a little bit harder to get rid of, potentially. If they just have a Heartless Act, they kind of just have it. Like, they can just do this and then attack in. They're pretty well set. But Baneslayer Angel is still going to be a block, so it's still going to require some removal here. If they attack in, I fully expect them to have more removal, which that's fine. But this having Vigilance means if they don't have it, we get to attack in with it next turn, get the trigger, then also get Baneslayer down. And leave it up as a blocker. So I think this gives us the most potential momentum. Other option is, of course, if we draw a land, just drop Garruk. Get rid of maybe this Rankle. Oh, okay. Well, that is pretty good. Also pretty good.
Ruining your day is going to feel great.
That actually doesn't do it, though. I mean, it does in tandem with some stuff, but it's not actually all that good.
I have no interest in fighting fair.
Let's do this. We're gonna get a 3/3. All right, let's see how they block. They can double block and just lose both their things, but also kill it. But then keep the Lily. Might have been better to draw a card there. I'm not really sure. But this does have trample, so they do have to be quite careful. That's fine. I'm gonna Roiling Regrowth here. I know this gets rid of a card in hand, but this also means that we've got more lands to play with next turn, so I think that's a better option. They also very well might just -3 on this beast, which is a perfectly reasonable play. Oh, okay. No, they just got that instead. Might have been better for us to have drawn a card. That's the only thing I could have assumed might have been a better play. Oh, no. Here we go. It's happening. It's happening. Sure. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Ondu Inversion doesn't do it. I think think we're going to
Doing
lose here.
things my way.
We do have some pretty powerful cards, but yeah, that's not one of them. Alright, well, they got us. They just get to attack in. Dawn, your luck ran out, man. What the heck? That's all good. We had a pretty decent run with this deck, so that's okay. Guys, I really do appreciate everybody hanging out with us. They're just going above and beyond at this point. Really do appreciate it. It's been fun. I do really like this deck. I think that we could toy around with this one a little bit more. We really didn't do a ton to the original list. I would imagine there are some new things we could try, but regardless, that was a really fun one. I appreciate it, guys. It's a great pleasure to be able to hang out with you guys. I hope you had a fantastic time. Thank you. Again, if you are not already following, please make sure you do so. If you're not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe. We'd certainly appreciate it, but not only that, we'll also open up the pack in your name with some awesome new packs coming. So thank you guys again.